you've got lots of different types of round, so we've got a supply problem. If you've got the same, I don't know, whether she can't go against us. But unlike your stupid computer game, there is no reset button with that. You're like tinfoil. You see Mum using tinfoil on your chicken buttons. And it's not what you want when you've got a couple of thousand angry Zulu running at you.
Hello, you're home with...
And one of the most effective killing weapons was this thing here. 500 bullets in a minute. Bullets, or rounds, were on that cloth belt. And it took 5 men to operate that.
He will calm down. Usually with time.
When he gets shot, with that vibration, the bullet can move through his body. He'll have a big hole there. Okay? Or the bullet might have gone somewhere into his back. So you sometimes can't find it. So it does make a nasty mess. Now if you're hit by one of those machine gun bullets, it's too really good. You're doing brilliant, thank you. Okay then. Now the Germans haven't got tanks. How long is that? Okay. Germans were attacking and he went to rescue the soldiers. Now as I say, right? That used to belong to a soldier, and he got hit, right? And the bullet hit the penknife and saved his life. Right? Yeah. And we needed to know where these shells are going to land, right? It was pointless if you just fired them up and they just landed anywhere. We wanted them to land on the German trenches. So we used that, and that is actually a rangefinder for the artillery shells, right? Because shells don't travel in a straight line, they go in a curve like that. So you have to work out the angle, okay, to fire your shell so it lands where you want it to land. And that's what we use that for.
Okay, so I'm Private Roach and this is Private Whitehouse. We're both part of the 2nd Battalion, the Mercian Regiment. That's light rail infantry. We're happy to answer any questions that you may have.
How long did it take you to dig the trenches out?
Trenches, no, we do still dig trenches. A lot of people think we don't do it. We do still practice trench warfare, however it's not something that we see a lot these days with a lot of, well, guerrilla warfare. There's stuff like Operation Tosca in Cyprus, that's peacekeeping, so that's really avoiding fighting. That's trying to stop two sides or more from actually causing a fight with each other.
What will you expect to eat?
To eat? You're expected to eat fairly healthy. I remember when I was in basic training, all fizzy pop and most types of milk are all banned. If you got caught with anything, you'll be on some kind of extra duty or something like that.
It's pretty good. But I normally take my own noodles, I believe there.
Yeah, we do actually bring stuff with us, yeah. But as you do courses, you know, like lessons, classes, something like that, your pay increases. And then obviously if you take a step up and become a Lance Corporal or anything like that, you'll go away and do about.
Did you get any medals?
Any medals? I don't myself actually, no.
I've got a medal.
He's got a medal.
What have you got one for?
Then you went to learn Cyprus.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Underwear, yes! So,
What? Yeah,
here's a pair of underpants. Don't forget, I'm talking about men still. Because we didn't have women in the army. That's a pair of men's underpants in the First World War. Okay? I can ask you, you get something similar to that issue today, don't you?
We do. We get long johns.
And I don't know what colour, but when I was in it was green. Similar to the colour to
There's a lot of green.
Yeah,
Still green.
Still green.
See? Still get issued today. It gets very cold in the winter. Okay?
What do you call the hats in World War One?
World War One. Well, there's the beret, which we wear when we're not in an actual battle dress, and then obviously you've got the helmet, And the helmet, I'm sure you've seen it has come a very, very long way. So back in World War One, it was tin, which it's up to you to decide how effective that was. Now we use Kevlar and ceramic.
What's the difference?
That's £9, which is about 4.5 kilos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is actually about the same. Yes.
I'll let you all weigh this later on, so don't worry about it.
And it's going to be over by Christmas, but nobody said it, was it? So they're the points why soldiers joined up. Just have a look at that photograph. Okay, you seen it? Now think of that word that you've said before, propaganda. We don't always believe everything that's in the papers. Have you heard the saying, take it with a pinch of salt? Have you? Yeah? Not everything is true. Officers wore these jodhpurs. Any of you go horse riding? After you've had your wash, what's the first item of clothing?
Trousers?
Well, I hope you put your underpants on first.
Yeah.
Do you? Now, the underwear and most of the uniform was made of wool. Why were we using wool?
To keep them warm.
To keep them warm, yeah. And where did they get the wool from?
Sheep.
And where did the sheep come from?
England. The garden.
Because England was a great farming nation. Because a lot of our ships were being blown up, we weren't getting all the imports. So we had loads of sheep, loads of wool, so all the uniforms were made of wool. Well done. Okay, now,
We kept away from
so are they older than you? He was the man.
Staffordshire one as well, because I know he's got.
White.
Okay. Right.
Let's go round. Look at the colour of the uniform. You want to follow me? Come on. Do you know why soldiers of a long time ago had red uniforms?
Because of the Victorian times.
Well done.
Well done, Mitchell.
Good. Very impressed. Well done. Victoria liked her soldiers to dress in red.
What's your next need now? Is the talent?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, cut like that one there. Take me all my time to grow it, never mind. Cut short.
Trenches and people have died, so
timing, exactly the same timing every day, and ceased at exactly the same time. So, I mean, you literally could look at your watch and say, well, it's about time we got our heads down. Well, you could do, and then they start coming over and don't stop.
You're in a trench. What can you see over there?
Nothing.
Nothing. Spot on, Ben. And what can you see over here, Lucas?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well done. What's known as a frontline trench. What we used to do is we used to go into what's known as a sack.
Stand there.
That.
It's creepy! Whoa, there's a dead leg. Come on, Karen. A dead hand. Oh. This boy, Ben.
I love it. Baker Street in London. Okay, Regiment 8 post, alright? You've had a bullet go in your shoulder, but it doesn't come out the other side. Which of these three am I going to treat first if I'm the doctor? Go on. Then, I'm going to get something like this. Big tweezers. Right? How long have I got a little dig around in there? Oh, I found the bullet. I'll pull it out. Okay? And then, going to get some stuff called iodine. Anybody heard of iodine? Okay? Your leg's a right mess. I'm going to have to take that off. So I'll get my saw out and I cut your leg off, and that's what you get. Okay? So that's to remind you your leg. Come on guys, let's show you the bedroom. And you two are having a little nap in there, right? You have just come down from the reserve trench and you've got a nice clean uniform and you've got no lights. So, read your newspapers, smoke your cigarettes, which the little soldiers smoked in those days, right? You'd also get parcels from home. And in that parcel he's got a lovely fruit cake. Alright? These are your mates. What are you going to do with your fruit cake? Good man. You're going to share it. Alright? What's your name? Right, Ashton. You might get a few bars of chocolate. Are you going to share your chocolate with your mates? See? And that's what they did. Right? This is where you would look over the top of the trench, stand up on the roof trench, and you would shoot the Germans. Okay? It's also where you'd sit down and have your meal, have your food.
Now, I'm just going to show you quickly the German trench. And you can go in little groups of 3 or 4. It's made of concrete, as you can see. Back, that'll be fine.
Lydia, work now.
And then you know you've got 15, because I'm including you in this.
Yeah.
You've got 15 soldiers. You haven't lost them. Now, they were made of mud, but when they had the time, they would get wood, or corrugated iron, or sandbags, which are over here, and they would reinforce the trenches. And that would make them stronger and easier to live in. This is 6th Platoon, B Company, 1st Battalion, the North Staffordshire Regiment. Now the very first thing you're going to learn is this. Do not stick your head above the parapet. That is the parapet. Do not stick your head up there. Okay? Why would the sergeant say that?
Because if you stick your head off a tiny bit, the German soldiers will just shoot you.
Absolutely right. Now you've all heard of Florence Nightingale, and she helped to kick-start the changes. By 1914, although they were slow getting going, by 1915 we had 12 field hospitals behind the front line. We even had, apart from doctors being there, we also had ambulance trains, so soldiers who were wounded in the morning would be taken to the rear in an ambulance, then put on a train. The train would go on the ferry all the way up to London, and then by the evening that soldier would be in a London hospital.
Just nice and warm.
We are.
I like the yellow.
Yeah, where we do second overall unit.
Yeah, okay. The adjacent.
Nathan painted. But still, it's awesome. So awesome.
It says don't stand about. Because if you do, what's going to happen?
Righto.
They will never see me in this camouflage.
They'll never see you. Okay, fine. I'll remember that round the corner.
Well, dinner time. Come on, dinner time. Lovely jubbly dinner. And one of you, or two of you, that goes and collect this from the cookhouse to this. This would be what you eat out of, okay? So that would be for your soup or your dinner, and that would be for your cup of tea. Okay, so all soldiers have one of those on them. That's what you drink out of. And now because nobody liked these, the army would buy you more. The soldier would often not keep a spoon at hand.
It does move a little bit.
It does move, yes, we play with all those electronics into it, yes.
Wow.
But can you see the difference, what I was saying about these nice little cosy holes? Is he getting wet?
Yeah.
No, he ain't. You're getting wet, but he isn't getting wet. Well, don't worry. But don't you look cozy?
He's probably coming up now.
He's not coming out. We were late to the game, and obviously we didn't have many toilets. Now then, this is our tent. Some explosives in there. Bang! Yeah, you can smell them.
They also wanted to know who they were fighting, because don't forget Germany was made up of separate states. It only became one country in the 1870s. If you were up against the Prussians, you were in for a hard time. Nearly split them apart and nearly won the war. They had to do that because crossing the Atlantic were thousands and thousands of fresh American soldiers. So in April 1918, Germany nearly won. Very close to winning. What did them in was the fact that the German soldiers came across vast supplies, Allied supply dumps of beer and wine, fresh uniforms, new guns, you name it. Bread, food, yes.
Copper bread.
And it really affected them. November 19, and obviously we've got the hundreds coming up in November. German army surrendered. It then marched back to Germany. The Hindenburg Line, an incredible series of trenches, fortified this, fortified that.
That was perfect, my friend. That was perfect.
Good grief!
All I have to say is, it's thanks to Michael that I'm here.
And I'm still telling you to do up that top button, Private.
I
I'm not sure this is true. You still got your glasses.
As you were feeding the guide dog, though, wasn't that sort of like a giveaway? That the dog was very, very friendly at the time.
Do some tank driving then next. You want to go in there first, or are you going to drive a tank first?
If you survive, come and try the tank.
In this part of the museum, what we do is research. We look into everything from uncles, some women, very few, fathers, grandfathers, what they did in the Great War, were they injured, did they die, and we track down as much information as we can. Of course, a lot of the information was destroyed in the Second World War, but we still can get quite a bit of information. So that's what we generally do here.
And where do you get that information from? Is it local? Is it online? Is it a combination?
Most of the information we get is online. We've got a lot of we've got the diaries up there, a lot of the old information, we've got a lot of the old books. We've also got the books over there of what we call the Stafford Knot, which was the regimental magazine, and also the China Dragon, which was the magazine for the North Staffords.
And are you generally able to send your customers away very happy with more knowledge?
Yes, they go away very happy generally.
9 times out of 10 we give them a good send up. It's all according to what they're actually looking for, but 9 times out of 10 we can find something.
Are they surprised?
Yes, the one who came in today was very surprised because he came in with nothing but a name, and then he went out with the actual photograph of his grandfather, which he's never seen.
And you have some customers coming in today?
We have some customers coming in today, yes.
How often does this this particular resource made available?
We generally do one a week on a Thursday, because the group only meets on a Thursday, and we try to fit at least one person in, and sometimes two, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and that goes on all the way through the year.
How long does it often take? How long does it take to
Around about an hour, and from there we talk them through abbreviations, cap badges, which Peter's the expert on, uniforms, what the different flashes are on the uniforms, and sometimes even military slang.
Excellent. Do they need to book an appointment?
Yes, they do need to book an appointment.
Yeah, well, I've got that well, I don't know whether that's right. I've just got information from Ancestry side.
Okay.
Him,
yeah.
This number, because I wasn't sure whether this number actually related to him. It had this PTE.
Yes.
On the rim of the medal.
That's right.
But does that not mean private?
It means private, yeah, but don't forget the majority of them started as private.
Yeah.
So it was a fluid thing. It was moving quickly. Yeah, so they needed, but I mean, some of these blokes went from Lance Corporal to officers, even, really? In one massive jump.
In this one, also a studio photo, he's got 2 stripes of corporal, but you'll notice that they're not stitched on. Now, whether that was done just for the photograph, we don't know.
See, these were generally done for the mothers, weren't they?
Yeah.
The studio photographs, so they've got something
look,
to
from will to mother. with that
Ah,
stuff.
you see.
Yeah.
It's a postcard from the front, isn't it? You're doing fine, thank you very much. Me taking Jerry.
So we've no idea how that came to be in his belongings, but...
Right. Paperwork wise, we were a bit few and far between with it. There's not a lot, really. We've got 1914. It was in the 7th North Staffs.